is, so Johnny's got me in the single, right? He wants to form this single. As this is happening, I'm trying to think all the time about how my technical stand-up is going to help me keep standing. So the first thing I'm doing is, just like the scarf hold, I would have been pulling his tricep up and putting my hand here. There are things that are slightly different, and that's what makes it kind of interesting. There's different things. But the basic idea of this is going to be the same. And notice I'm curling my heel down. So Johnny stepped away from me, step away from me. I'm doing this to him with my leg, and I'm tucking the foot behind his knee. That's the first thing I'm doing. So I'm actually forming my kind of kicking leg that does the technical stand-up here, around the back of his knee. My hand then goes through the gap under his armpit. I wedge this in and I get here like in my scarf hold position, right? So I've now got my scarf hold position here. If I can get this hand in, it's kind of like Christmas, right? But sometimes you're not going to be able to. So what I would recommend is, let's assume it's really super tight, I can't get my hand in. I'm going to put my hand up just like in technical stand-up, and I'm going to kind of hop to get my hips towards his hips. I don't want any space between us when I'm here. What I'm actually going to do to Johnny is attempt to pin this shoulder to the ground, right? I'm going to pin it to the ground, just like we've been doing in the scarf hold that we were doing just now, right? So I just want to hop round if I can. I can have the arm out, or I can push the head. You kind of feel. But I'll just do this to him. And lift. Right? Can you lift that up, Johnny? Move me around. I'm forming base. Eventually I'm going to work my leg. As he tires, I work my leg out, driving my shoulder down into his shoulder. So you could also say it's kind of like the scarf hold when you get up to your knees. The guy's getting all this weight driven into his spine and his shoulder, pinning him face down to the ground. So does a single. The minute this happens, I want this foot here. There is a hierarchy. If he manages to step this leg behind, this is kind of like, if I can hook my leg here, this is like the next best thing. Not quite as good. Dreadful, right? I really want this leg like to work it through the hierarchy of leg positions. And if I can go straight here because he's not stepped deep enough, I will. This is best. Form the scarf. Put all the weight on his shoulder. And sometimes here, as people try and grab, they let go of the leg and they grab, I can start throwing it even from here. But that's the basic idea. Really, I just want you putting your weight down. What are you doing? It's kind of like you're doing this to him. Yeah, putting all the weight down the shoulder. Let's give it a go.